This nude is very difficult to talk about the nudes because they're really my favorite pictures. This was my first nude. Yes. A bit inspired by part4, whom I then very much admired. This is one of my favorite nudes.
It's like an angre.
Yes, a bit, yes. That was, Kenneth Clark said that. Peter Rose Pullum, who was then, he was a photographer and painter. He told me that, I said I needed a camera with a very wide angle so that I could photograph rooms and get the ceilings in. And so he said, there is such a camera in Covent Garden. And he told me, and I bought it at once. It was for 5 shillings. I bought it. Most fantastic camera. And when I used it, I discovered that the camera distorted. The lens distorted everything. And I had never planned that. I'd never thought of that. But that's how these pictures, how they distorted. They're all a bit distorted. It was a camera that produced this effect. Never planned it. I'd never thought of it. I didn't know it would happen. Taken with that camera again. You see, I could go very close to the feet, and so the girl was hidden. Completely hidden. This was taken during the rain and wind. I was all the time thinking, the poor girl, her hair was blowing around and it must have been terribly cold. Technically it was difficult to use the camera outdoors in it because it had no shutter. I had to just expose with my hand and close again. And to do that outdoors with light, sunlight, is very difficult. Here it was just at the foot and the pebbles and the rocks. It all looked a bit alike. The foot almost looks like a rock. The nudes are really still my favorite photographs. I love these close-ups, like the hands, the fingers. Here it becomes a bit like a sculpture, doesn't it? Abstract sculpture. This is very much like a landscape, I think.
I think the surrealist would have liked this one very much, with the umbrella in the corner.
Yes, it was an old umbrella, very torn. I found it in Holland Park. It was completely gone to pieces, so you can see there. The nudes were always my favorite, but they were not necessarily very successful, especially in America. The first book, Perspective of Nudes, was a complete flop. They couldn't sell the book at all. When I took these pictures, nobody wanted them. This is the most successful picture. I don't know how many I've sold of this. It's terribly popular. I don't want to say how I took it. I don't want to give secrets away.
You never had to go very far for your pictures. You found them almost
No.
at your doorstep.
Yes, yes, yes. I've never been a travelling photographer. This was near Marlborough, in the Wiltshire Downs. It was just against the light, I think. This was a hill, and it was almost raining. I was very fascinated by this. It was such an abstract effect. This is in Kent, near Canterbury. Sometimes it's just luck to find such a thing. This footpath. It was chalk, of course, here. It was so white. This, yes, Hayden's Wall.
You got a similar sort of effect between this photograph.
Yes, in a way, yes, yes.
Are they many years apart, those two photographs?
I don't even remember which one I took first. This is Isle of Skye. Very lonely place in the evening. Summer evening in June, when it was still light and about 11 o'clock at night, it was still light. But the birds were terribly excited when they saw me coming here. They were flying very low over my head. It was quite frightening. This is Kew Gardens, summer evening. And there was this beautiful bird. There were no people, there was nothing, the bird was there. It was the only picture I took, just one snap. I do work instinctively. I don't plan things. This is Avebury, and this was an assignment for picture post, I think. It was in November, and suddenly the ship came over the hill. And that, of course, made the picture. Yes, this is also sort of luck sometimes. Sometimes one has to have luck in photography to find to be able to take such a picture in twilight on the Yorkshire moors.